Good morning. Morning. Good morning. You'll be sent a link to the event. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Meditate with Adam, session 58. Numero 58, where we're exploring the theme Himalayan meditation, discovering the space within our mind. We start by taking some long breaths just to reconfigure where we are going, turning our attention inwards, trying to prevent distraction from arising. Then we will engage in the 3 rounds of 9-round breathing. Then we will draw our attention down into the heart area. To help us go there, we visualize a seed of clear light, sesame type seed of light in the heart. We position our attention there. We draw our attention into it, and then we will look at our mind. We will look at the more subtle level of mind. Looking at the mind is very helpful. So we look at the mind dispassionately. We look at it mindfully, in the sense we observe with a non-judgmental awareness. We just sit and watch. This activity of watching the mind allows the conceptual thoughts to pacify, because usually we are controlled by those conceptual thoughts and they make us look outside. Whereas here, we are just simply looking at them. It's very, very effective meditation. And as we keep looking at our mind, we discover its true nature. Its conventional nature is clear, clarity, space, spacious. When we have lots and lots of thoughts, this is all the conceptual thoughts arising. So having a lot of thoughts when we're meditating is not an issue. Someone said to me yesterday, when I try to meditate in the morning, I have a lot of thoughts about what I'm going to do during the day. That's not an issue, having lots of thoughts. It's just having lots of thoughts. We try to see beyond those, because if we have thoughts about having lots of thoughts, then we have even more thoughts. And then we get into this whole cycle of thinking that that's a problem, and then that creates more thoughts about the thoughts. And then talking to people about how many thoughts we've got, we have even more. Whereas the key in this form of meditation is just to look. It's not to see having lots of thoughts as a problem. some respects, with this kind of training, the more thoughts, the better. Because we see them for what they are, which is just thoughts. So the analogy is clouds in the sky, yeah, or waves in the ocean. Our conceptual thoughts are like clouds arising in the sky of our mind. It's not an issue having lots of thoughts. And even having negative thoughts, angry thoughts, worried thoughts in this style of meditation is okay. It's a big cloud. Because we're sitting there, and in some respects we are distancing ourselves from these conceptual thoughts. So meditation empowers us to do that. Without this kind of practice, what happens is we wake up and then we have all these thoughts arising, and we are simply at the mercy of these thoughts. And we get angry and annoyed by something. Rather than seeing it as a thought, we see it, well, it becomes real. The thought arises, we lock onto it, it takes over our body, it takes over our speech, it takes over everything. And then to confuse things even more, we then blame other people for feeling like that. Yeah, so if we wake up with angry, disappointed thoughts, we feel a bit miserable, we blame things like the weather, the government, our neighbors, our dog, whatever, our partner. We're blaming for the way that we're feeling. And then this is the cycle of confusion, distraction, worry. Meditation is bringing it all back home, seeing where these thoughts come from, going deeper than them, and abiding in this spacious mind. And that then empowers us when we go out in our daily life. We see things for what they really are. We see our thoughts for what they are. And most importantly, we stop blaming. Yeah, the blame game stops. We start blaming other people. We start blaming ourselves. We just see our thoughts for what they are, and then we can abide in a peaceful mind. Let's give it a go. Sitting comfortably. So begin by taking 5 long inhalations, breathing in, deep inhalation. Hold it. And breathing out. Deep inhalation. And breathing out. Deep inhalation. And breathing out. Deep inhalation. And breathing out. Final one, hold for as long as you can, and breathe out when you're ready. I'm training in meditation for the benefit of everybody in my life, everybody across the world. May there be healing in this world. And then start to focus on the in-breath. Breathing deep into the body and drawing your attention to your heart. And we engage in the 9-round breathing practice. Deep inhalation. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. Hold. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. Hold it. 3 exhalations. Inhalation. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. 3 exhalations. Deep inhalation. Hold it. 3 exhalations. Last round. Inhalation. Exhalation. Inhalation. Exhalation. And finally, deep inhalation, hold it for as long as you want, and breathe it out 3 times when you're ready. My body is like a vast mountain. My breath is like the wind. And my mind is like the sky. There is no obstruction, no boundary in my mind. And we turn our attention to the heart chakra, visualizing a seed there to guide us in. And we look at our mind. We just keep looking, 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 looking dispassionately with awareness. We see thoughts for what they really are, ethereal, cloud-like. We discover the vast space in the mind. When thoughts arise, that's good. More thoughts, the better. You have hundreds of thoughts. It's not a problem. There's no problem, just thoughts. And we rest into the vast space of the mind and abide here. My body is like a mountain. My breath is like the wind. And my mind is like the vast sky. Immaculately blue, clear sky. I see my thoughts for what they really are. I recognize that during my day, I can let them go. I can liberate myself from the thoughts that arise in my mind. Not by fighting with them, by accepting them for what they really are. And letting them dissolve into the vast space of my mind. We determine to carry this into our day. And we dedicate the good energy so we can continue our training. And let everyone we come into contact with, think about, see, can benefit also. And then gradually, when we're ready, we bring our session to a close and open our eyes. We try to take our experience into our day. We try to create the habit of continuing practice, not thinking, I've done that now, and then getting onto the conveyor belt of confusion and distraction until our next meditation. You should think, right now, the meditation starts. In some respects, how can I relate to the world with respect to what I've learned in this meditation? And we say that our world is a reflection of our mind. Yeah, our world is a reflection of our mind. We are responsible for the world that appears to our mind. It doesn't feel like that a lot of the time. Our world feels very real and concrete. The Buddha himself said, you should abide in a dream when you're out of meditation. You should recognize that the world that appears to you is like a dream. And you can think, this is interesting, that's interesting. It is, but it's more than that. It can actually shift our mind. If we relate to the world like that. It's dreamlike. Yeah? Things are dreamlike. If we interact with our world like that when we come back to meditation, it's much easier to go into the space that we've just gone into. Have a great day. Might see you at 9 a.m. for the mental health awareness workshop with Colmorbid. They're running this half-hour workshop. Feel free to join me for that. Links on the Mindspace social media channels. So I might see you in 28 minutes. Bye for now.